All candidates will be asked the same questions. And I guess we should get started. So are we all ready? Okay, we'll start with Matt.
I want to thank the Chamber for hosting this event and for all of you for being here this afternoon. I'm running for the office of mayor because I believe I have the skill set needed to give the citizens the mayor they deserve. I command extensive leadership experience and a history of delivering on commitments to improving our community. Redondo needs a mayor who invests time analyzing an issue from all points of view, seeks a solution that benefits all stakeholders. I do my homework on issues rather than just relying on information that's given to me. I listen to what others have to say, carefully weigh their concerns and ideas when making a decision. I build relationships with people by showing them respect, following through on commitments, and communicating with them openly and honestly. The citizens of Redondo Beach also need a mayor who represents them effectively at the county, state, and federal level. When the fishing grounds vital to the King Harbor Marina face closure under the MLPA, I joined the mayor to earn Supervisor Don Kanabe's support for a resolution keeping our local fishing grounds open. As a member of the Stormwater Subcommittee, I testified in front of the Regional Water Quality Control Board on the impacts that new discharge limits would have on cities. I was asked by the mayor recently to testify to the California Energy Commission regarding the AES permit. I am the only candidate to take a position on Measure A, participated in writing the argument against Measure A. It has profound implications for the city for years to come. I have staunchly supported our schools and address you today as a candidate who has endorsed the recent bonds and measures that directly benefit our schools, maintain our property values, and provide our businesses with the employees that will be trained for the 21st century. By doing my own research, I prevented the approval of a fee increase for trash disposal that saved the citizens and businesses $500,000 in just 1 year. In addition, I proposed an alternative to a staff-recommended sewer fee increase that kept $2.5 million in taxpayers' pockets. I'm the only candidate to oppose a fee for paramedic service. So, thank you very much.
Thank you. Steve?
My turn? Okay. Good afternoon, everyone, and thanks for having us up here. I appreciate the time. Well, during my tenure as the City Councilman for District 1, I'm very proud of my accomplishments. I have never been afraid to take on the tough issues we have down there, and I've worked diligently to solve the community problems. I bring people together, and I try to build consensus. As mayor, I'll do the same thing no matter where you live in the city. Concern for my family, your family, our community, and our quality of life are the reasons I'm running for mayor. My experience as a successful small business owner, which means I sign the checks and don't just cash them. I balance the budget. I can set priorities and set goals. And I believe that results are way more important than just talk. My time in the council has provided me the ability to bring people together, and while not always successful in achieving results, we at least try. We're always accessible. The commitment to leadership and my experience will help to move our city forward. My vision for the next 4 years includes continuing the renovations on the Esplanade, continuing the renovations of Artesia Boulevard, continue the revitalization of King Harbor and the Pier, while including all the residents who are concerned in the decision-making process. I want to work with the Redondo Beach Unified School District. My kids graduated from there, and continue having a great educational system. I will continue to work closely with the police and the fire department and the public works department to make sure our streets are clean and our streets are safe. And as far as Measure A, I will work to fulfill the will of the voters. While I'm not supporting Measure A, if the voters vote whatever way, I'm going to go that way. I will continue to celebrate our city's history and everything like that. We have great arts program. And by the way, I will continue to fix your potholes, get your trees trimmed, answer your phone calls and answer your emails and have my community meetings. I am famous for that. I'm called the pothole guy. So please vote for me, Steve Aspel, on March 5th. Thank you.
Good afternoon. I'm Pat Ost. I'm City Councilman for District 3. I'm also a lifetime resident of the city, and I'm running for mayor. I'm running for mayor because I want to continue to represent the people of the city of Redondo Beach. And while, regardless of what happens in this election, I'll have 2 more years on the council, I want to do longer than that. I want to keep working for the city and the citizens. I was a full-time employee for 34 years, and for the last 10 years I've served as chairman of the Citizens Court Council, 3 years on the Beach Cities Health District Board, and 6 years on the City Council. So I have 44 years of continuous experience working for the City of Redondo Beach. I was your fire chief, and so I want to continue. In those 44 years, I learned a lot about this city, what worked, what didn't work. I watched councils. I came to council meetings, almost every council meeting, for almost 30 years. And in that time, I saw a lot of things that were tried and tried and tried again. And that's one of the reasons why I ran for council, was to be able to say, you know, it didn't work in 72, it didn't work in 89, why do you think it's going to work today? And, you know, I'm famous for the fact that my council constituents say, well, if you challenge him, he'll bring out the pictures or he'll bring out the reports. I'm big on history in the city of Redondo Beach and have retained that history. So I've learned a lot about this city. That is my favorite thing, is the history of this city. And I continually work to make this a better place. So please help me continue that 44-year record of working for the citizens of the city of Redondo Beach.
Thank you.
My name is Eric Coleman. I grew up here, I went to school here, and I've been a teacher here. Being a teacher has taught me to listen, generate fresh ideas, and facilitate discussion. I've been involved in politics for many years as well. I've been an editorial cartoonist for Redondo Union High School's paper, The High Tide, as well as El Camino College's The Union, as well as The Easy Reader. I've lived a lifetime in my 31 years, taught English in India, done farm work in Canada. I've managed a shop in Chicago and produced a play about it. Along my travels, I've seen how different cities operate and what works. Now I want to enrich Redondo, my hometown, with some of these ideas that I've learned along the way. That being said, I think we need to move beyond this myopic approach to things while addressing the elephants in the room. I, like you, have a few questions. Why does bureaucracy feel the need to spend every last dime in fear that it won't be there for them again next year? Is a $200 million pier revitalization project just another deal which will strip the pier of its character and price out the locals? How many condo units can a land developer pack into one residential lot? Is it Redondo Beach or Recondo Beach? Why is there a a freeze on street festivals in effect? Will the taxpayer be left holding the bag once again when it comes to cleaning up the potentially toxic soil at the AES plant? Do more restrictions make us safer? More bans make us better? More laws make us more free? Now, we have a great chance here, Redondo, but bear in mind we could lose it all if we're not careful. There's a storm approaching, and I believe I have the life skills and the creativity to guide us past the rocks and to safe harbor. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you all. I think you've answered this question already, but we'll go with it. I'll give you an extra minute to tell us. The citizens and business owners in Redondo Beach appreciate the commitment you're making running for public office. Please tell us why you're running and making this enormous decision. So you get one more minute on, and we will start with Steve. Oh, no,
start.
Matt. It's Matt.
I
Sorry.
wasn't sure because I was
sorry.
the one on the opening statement.
Right.
Okay, very good. When I first considered running for mayor, I looked around and I looked at the possible candidates and realized I had something to offer that I thought the city of Redondo Beach could benefit from. And that is my relationships with the school board members. I'm endorsed by 3 of the current school board members, in addition to 1 former, and the 3 school board member elects. I believe that my particular skill set from over 10 years of teaching in the Redondo Beach school districts, the relationships I've made with the people, my volunteer work with AYSO, Boy Scouts, and the other community organizations puts me in a very unique position to be able to listen to the voices of the residents and be able to work to provide solutions that really take into consideration all the different viewpoints of Redondo Beach.
Thank you. Steve?
Well, I'm not a very good politician, but I'm a people person. About 12, 13 years ago, I was the president of the Redondo Rotary, and one of the members, Paul Connolly, asked me to be on the Planning Commission, and I said I didn't have any time for that. but I got involved, and that one thing led to another, and then I just started getting really interested in local politics, so I ran for city council. And then because of some health issues, I wasn't going to run for mayor, but my wife, who's sitting right here, and my 2 daughters talked me into it a few months ago. And I thought, you know, I'm going to give this a shot because I would really enjoy being mayor. I have the time to do it. I love to work with anybody in the community, no matter what side you're on of any issue. And I too, I have no vision to be president of the United States or an assemblyman or a congressman, but I do love Redondo Beach. I lived here since 1975, and I just want to continue on as mayor and do the best job I can.
Thank you. Pat?
I want to become the mayor of City of Redondo Beach because of commitment. I've committed 98% of my adult life so far to working to make Redondo Beach a better place to live, work, and play. This is what my career has been. This is my life, and I want to continue to give back to it. It's given me a great life, and I want to give back. As far as endorsements and people who would endorse me, I hope all those thousands of people that I've worked with and helped over the past 44 years will be my endorsement. I think my career and what I've done is my endorsement. So you will not see any literature or anything from me with a list of names of all the people that have helped me, because I couldn't list all the people that helped me because it's such a long list. I've had a lot of contact, and this is my life. I want to continue to be your mayor.
Thank you. Eric?
Sure. Well, first of all, I'm not a lawyer, nor do I have ties to real estate. I want to bring new blood and fresh ideas to the table. And I think there's a lot of issues that aren't being discussed. For instance, I think the residents of Redondo are sick and tired of being nickeled and dimed by the city. If a homeowner, for instance, wants to hire someone to install a rain gutter or build a shed, they have to pull a permit first. If a homeowner wants to make an addition to their home, more permits, more paperwork, more fees. Even if you want to celebrate your block, your community, your neighborhood with a street festival or with a block party, there's a $72 sound amplification permit that has to be pulled and a $25 barbecue rental deposit because you can't be trusted to use your own barbecue. I think the residents are sick of this kind of thing. I mean, for instance, Catalina Island, for instance, had a problem with planes that landed at the airport. They jacked up the fee, and less people came. There were less people. There was less revenue generated, and this Catalina Island suffered. And then finally, new management stepped in. They implemented an annual membership fee with a reduced rate for the bus into town. Now Catalina is flourishing. I think we could do something like that. Thanks.
Okay. Our next question. The mayor is a non-voting member of the city council. Knowing this, what do you see as the role of the mayor? Steve?
The mayor gives direction and leadership. It's not just a ceremonial position where you go out and do ribbon cutting and give out keys to the city. What I would do as the mayor is when there's a staff report, I would choose to give my opinion first and then listen to the council members and try and give the direction of where I would like to go, because the mayor doesn't have a vote, only has a veto. The mayor has the ability to work with staff and try and implement some changes, but they're not always that easy to do, and help speed things through the city, like permit processes for new business. But it's a leadership role to work with staff, meet with the citizens, and just try and build a consensus so the people who are here aren't afraid to go to City Hall. They got to be able to come here and talk at the podium and be respected and get a return phone call. That's it.
Thank you. Pat?
Well, the mayor is the face of the city of Redondo Beach. That is the person that people want to talk to. That is, even when you're a councilman, they want to talk to the mayor. The mayor does not get to vote, but he is pivotal because he's the one that sets the agenda. The mayor and the city manager set the agenda. They're the ones that lay out what the agenda will be for the meeting. So if he wants to get an item on the agenda, it's on there. He doesn't get to vote, but he does get to veto, and it takes 4 votes to override a mayor's veto. So if it's three members that vote and 2 that don't, then the mayor can veto that, and it takes another vote and 4 members to override his veto. So he's a pivotal person in what happens on our meetings, and he is the face of the city. Thank you.